Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's presentation of College Hockey South Playoff Hockey. Tonight's matchup is between the UGA Ice Dawgs, the defending CHS champions, and the Florida Atlantic University Owls. We will step aside for the starting lineups and the national anthem. We'll see you right back here in a moment. Welcome everybody to the Huntsville Ice Sports Center. I'm Torrin Smith, joined by Joe Copshow, who will be on color commentary tonight. We've got a great one for you between the defending CHS champs, UGA Ice Dawgs, and the FAU Owls. The last time these two teams met, the Owls swept the Ice Dawgs in the last regular season weekend of the season with a 6-4 win and a 2-1 overtime win. The Dogs will look to bounce back from that and avoid elimination in this playoff tournament tonight. Joe?
Of course, and on paper, this is the best matchup we've had all tournament. If you guys were watching the stream earlier, we had a great game. But this is the 4 versus 5 seed. This game could go any way. The Dogs are going to want to start out early and close out. Of course, that pretty much means play the whole game. They want to stay on their game and play it all the way through. FAU is going to want to continue their success they had last. Torrin?
As the centers glide into the face-off dot, we are ready to go here. Face-off won by Friedman. We are go from Huntsville Ice Sports Center. And this is sure to be a physical game. These two teams very chippy the last time they met, and we are already seeing that as Punzenberger is battling with Davidson. Puck inside the FAU zone, pinned to the boards there, rimmed around and held by the Owls defender. Shot out for Friedman, but kept in at center by Strauss. He'll fire it in deep. McNeil's back to leave it for his defenders. Israel looks way up ice. Skied out to center, but Strauss knocks it down. Chased by Doherty. Poole with control, plays it out to center ice. Punzenberger trying to skate onto it, but he couldn't quite get to it in time as Israel circles back away from him. Strauss with control at his own blue line. Steps around his man. Nice move. Here comes Punzenberger down the left wing side. Punzenberger with control, plays it into the corner. Nakavina taken into the wall there by Mazzaros. Stretch pass for Doherty, finds its target. Friedman with it down the right wing side. He'll take it into the corner. Strauss with a good block there to keep him from playing it to the center. Punzenberger looking out to center ice for Parente. And here comes Conway for the Ice Dawgs. Nice move by Conway, walking in. Conway shoots, he scores! Declan Conway on the breakaway, and the Dogs lead 1-0.
Conway, one of the known goal scorers for the Dogs and always capable of putting on a special highlight kind of play, a special move. Conway gets around a defender. I mean, we might have to check his stick for some glue on the end of it. That thing stayed right on as he bipped and bopped his way around the defenders and then even got around the goalie number 61, who is McNeil's, who will start this game for FAU. A great job by Conway. This is exactly how the Ice Dawgs want to start, and FAU needs to find their footing.
Conway wins the draw right after his own goal. Fired right back down into the Owls zone, rimmed around the boards. Hard forecheck here from the Ice Dawgs early in this first period as Adler is in on his man Greenberg. Played up the boards for the Owls on the breakout. Played back by Randall, but he's hounded again by Adler. Parente there, plays it back. Played up the boards by Burnett, and Randall loses control of it, trying to go back to his defender. Greenberg with it, plays it around the boards. He's got Goldberg. Played back to the half wall. The Ice Dawgs trying to get control of it, but it leaves the zone. Here comes Randall down the right wing, rims it around the boards, and the Owls will get a change. Cotter there, he takes a check in the corner from Jack Gannon, returning from injury recently. He was out for a while as that puck is dumped into the zone. McNeil's there, but Crawford first man to it for Georgia. Steps away from the check of Baraldi. Good stick there from Eberle, comes up with it. Into the corner, centering pass for Gutman. What a save there by McNeil's on the point-blank chance from Trevor Gutman, as he keeps the Ice Dawgs lead to just one here. Good forecheck there from Crawford, able to keep this one in deep. Baraldi there. Eberle takes him into the boards. Gramozic trying to play it out, but it's kept in at the line by Hagen. That shot goes off of his foot. Gramozic plays it back up, but it's taken again by Hagen. His shot, looking for the tip in front, was Crawford, but a good save by McNeil's. Kept in at the line there by Martin. Campagna able to get it out to center, and the Owls will try and dump it in deep. Here comes Bono, but it's taken away from him by Martin. Punzenberger will skate it through center ice. Down the right wing side, Dylan Punzenberger. Walking in, but a good kick to get it off of his stick. The Dogs keep control, though. Mazzaro's trying to center it. Rebound popped off of the blocker of McNeil's, but a good save. And it's cleared to the boards. The Dogs keep control, though. Punzenberger with a shot. That one goes off a leg in front. Bigda trying to center it. No one there, though, for Georgia. And the Owls will punch it out to center ice. Poole gets control once again, though. The Dogs touch up. Martin fires it in behind the goal. Bigda first man to it, fighting with Gramazic. Bigda goes down, centering pass for Mazzaros out of the corner. Puck loose, but McNeil is there to pounce on it, and we'll get a whistle.
So we talked about how it's going to be important for the Ice Dawgs to get off to a hot start, and they've certainly done that with the goal, but also 8 shots in less than 4 minutes. That's exactly what they're searching for. Another thing I like from the Ice Dawgs is the communication. The bench is talking to the players on the ice. The bench is talking with each other, and the players on the ice are communicating. A great job from the Ice Dawgs so far, and McNeil's is doing great early. The FAU Owls need to help him out.
Face-off won by the Owls. McAvina plays it up the left wing side. This one skitters down into the corner off the stick of Solarino. Strauss with it for Georgia. He'll try and chop it out to center ice, but a good check there by Mazzaros on the keep from Jones. Poole circles back behind his net, plays it up to Punzenberger on the breakout, looking for the long pass to Bigda. Goes off the boards. Bigda stops up, tries to step around the check, but he goes down. Big check there from McAvina. Punzenberger in to help out Bigda. Strauss with a shot from the point. Few feet wide to the left. Israel comes up with it for the Owls. Kept in by Spicer. They say it was offsides, though, so this one will come back into the Georgia zone. No icing. Strauss back for the Dogs. He'll skate it out himself, passes it off to Spicer. Up the boards, but it's turned back over to the Owls, and they will skate it right back in. Davidson with it. Poole takes it off his stick. He'll skate it out to center ice. Good checking there from Davidson. Friedman comes up with it, walking into the slot, but a good play by Poole to recover and break that one up. Greenberg with it, passes up the boards, looking for his man Davidson, but a good stick by Spicer, and Poole kicks that one in deep again. Sorry, that's Johns. Ethan Johns in for Georgia here on the forecheck. Plays it up to the point. Burnett with it, over to his partner Gannon. Davidson gets it, though, on the fanned pass. Gannon gets control once again, though. Maurer circles back on the half wall. Trying to play it down low into the corner, but Israel intercepts that one, and he'll sky it out to center ice. This one should be icing as it just finds its way to the Georgia goal line.
The Ice Dawgs have started out hot while the FAU Owls look like they need an energy burst here. Still 8 shots on goal for the Ice Dawgs, but 0 for the Owls. They're going to need to get some defensive plays here and get some offensive zone time. The Dogs have been very good in the offensive zone, but perhaps even better in the defensive, as no shots have found their way to Ryan Testino.
Face-off won by the Dogs, saved by McNellis, and the Owls come back the other way. Friedman down the right wing side, trying to step around Burnett. Friedman walking to the net. His shot goes high as he goes down in the corner, kept in at the line by Israel, and he shoots it, but it's gloved down by Testino, and he'll squeeze it.
Now, we just saw a great matchup if you're coming from that matchup of Auburn versus the South Carolina Cox. That was a great matchup in which we saw two amazing performances by the goalies. I think we're going to see a similar matchup here. McNeils and Testino are going to have their A game, as the FAU Owls had 6 players on the ice, and the Dogs will give them some chirping.
Face-off won by Georgia in the defensive zone. Hemmed in, though, by the Owls. Goldberg walking out of the corner, looking for the centering pass, broken up that time by Burnett as it goes to the wall. Hemmed in that time by Brockett. Gannon goes down in the corner with Goldberg. This one on the clearing attempt. Adler able to punch it out to center ice. Greenberg gets it back, though. Trying to get it back in, and they do. Here comes Cotter down the left wing side for the Owls. He's got Goldberg streaking to the net. Shot tipped on its way, and it goes wide. Centering pass way out to center ice. Adler will skate onto it. No icing here as he beats it out. Good forechecking here from Sam Adler of the Ice Dawgs, waiting for some help as his team's in the middle of a change. The Owls back in. Chipped out to center ice off the boards. Here comes Cotter in alone, 1-on-2. He stood up at the top of the circles that time by Bill Martin. Passed out. Eberle tips that one down into the zone. Eberle fighting for it with the Owls defender there. Beraldi in to help out. Eberle still digging for it as the Owls finally come up with it. Kept in at the line, though, by Martin, but is fired right back onto the tape of Beraldi. Hagen racing to keep it in, but he couldn't quite do so. But is fired right back out to center. Gutman down the right wing side for Georgia. His shot from the outside, sticked away that time by McNellis. Up at the point, Hagen with it, trying to keep it, and he does. Couldn't get it in deep, though. Second chance, still keeps it in. Chips it around Bono. Hagen chops it in deep. Capello there, trying to shake it off from Gutman. Rimmed around the boards. Ziemba there for FAU. Crawford in on the forecheck for Georgia. Georgia in the middle of a change here, as this one will leave the zone. Bono down the left wing side. He'll shoot it on goal. Blockered as the Owls get a change. Quick up here for the Dogs. Punzenberger stops up, didn't have any help, so he'll just sky this one, trying to get it down in the corner, but he hits the ceiling here, so we'll get a face-off at center ice.
Now, of course, a great thing about this CHS playoffs is we have multiple games right now going on, as we had 10 teams come into the tournament, as each team will chirp at each other down on the ice. The number 3 seed Alabama and number 6 seed Florida are playing each other in the first intermission. Alabama is up 1-0.
We mentioned that these two teams do not like each other. That's the case for a lot of teams with Georgia. Georgia known to get in other teams' heads. Of course, FAU 2-0 against Georgia on the season, so who's really in whose heads? As we've got a penalty coming up here. It's going to be cross-checking, and it looks like it's going to be on Georgia. Looks like Josh Mazzaros will head to the box for Georgia. 2 minutes for cross-checking. So FAU gets a power play here with just about 8 minutes gone in the first period.
Mazzaros does not like that call. I think it is correct. While it was maybe one of the weaker cross-checks, it still was a cross-check. Now, the Ice Dawgs, who have sometimes struggled on the penalty kill, will have to kill one off here early.
Face-off won by the Owls. Friedman at the point. Plays it across to Israel. The big Owls defenseman plays it back to his partner, and it's returned back to Israel. Walks the line. Plays it back to Friedman. His shot blocked by Strauss. That one looks like it stung a little bit. He shakes his arm a little bit. Israel there, plays it across back to Friedman. His shot tipped in front. Looks like it went off of Maurer and out of play.
Strauss is going to get many standing ovations from the Ice Dawgs bench as he blocks 2 shots there. Doesn't let him even get to Ryan Testino. An important thing for this penalty kill for the Ice Dawgs is going to be make sure that Testino can see everything. If it gets through you, you want to make sure Testino can see everything. He's perhaps the best goalie in the CHS, maybe one spot behind Zach Hayes, but if he can see it, he's going to glove it.
Up at the point, Friedman plays it across to Davidson. Trying to go across to Israel. Pass missed its mark. That will skate onto it, though. Israel trying to play it across the other side. Friedman holds the line. Back across, Randall with it. On the point, his shot just goes wide of the goal on the shot that time from Friedman. Up at the point, Israel walks the line. Back to Friedman, he shoots one way wide. Strauss clears it to the boards. With a minute left to go here on the kill for Georgia. Robbie Whitwer returning from injury, his first game back after a nasty ankle injury back in December against Kennesaw State. Good to see him back in the lineup and here on the penalty kill. Friedman down the left wing side, drops it off for Israel. Back to Friedman, back to Israel in the high slot. His shot turned away by Testino, rebound loose in front. They score! It's a power play goal, and the Owls tie it up at 1.
Testino saw it the whole way, couldn't get a glove on it as it was a low line drive, had to blocker it away, and the FAU Owls were perfectly placed getting in front of him. The Ice Dawgs should have put a body on him, were unable to, and the Owls put in that goal. Testino with a really good initial save, just didn't get any help. Now we have a 1-1 game, 10 minutes in, and an exciting one at that.
So a costly penalty by Georgia's Josh Mazzaros as the Owls get their first goal of the game on the power play. Burnett fires that one in deep. Brockett in the chase for the Owls. He'll play it back to his partner Greenberg. Up the boards, the Owls on the breakout here. Good stick there by Mazzaros to break it up at the blue line, but it's taken right back by the Owls. Ziemba leaves it for Bono, but it's intercepted once again by Punzenberger, and Bigda will fire that one in deep for Georgia. Mazzaros chasing. Brockett there. He takes a big check there from Bigda. Puck still in the zone on the half wall. Gannon trying to get it. Bigda with a turnaround shot. Rolling puck. Centering pass for Gannon, but he couldn't get it. Settled down on the rolling puck as it just goes wide. Puck in behind the net. Mazzaros digging for it for Georgia. Cleared to the boards by Baraldi. Good keep at the line by Punzenberger. Another turnaround shot from Mazzaros. He settles it, plays it back to Burnett on the point. Down the half wall. And over to Punzenberger in the corner. Back up to Bigda on the half wall. But this one will just leave the zone as the Owls get the clear. Gannon forced to circle back inside his own end. Gannon trying to play it up the right boards there, but Bono with a good stick to break it up. And the Owls will chip it in and get it changed. Jones in on the forecheck. Mazzaros there for Georgia. He'll go off the boards looking for Parente, trying to skate onto it. Trying to step around the last defender, and he does. Parente, nice speed. Trying to center it at the side of the goal, but no one was there. Punzenberger late on the forecheck. Puck kept in at the line. Cleared, but right back into the zone. As Gromozeg plays it back. Rimmed around the boards. Jones will skate onto it. He'll come down the left wing side for the Owls. Jones chips it in. Testino lays it down into the corner. And we've got a face or a whistle here. And it looks like, not sure what the call is. Looks like it's offsides. Really late offsides. Took them a while to touch that one.
Yeah, I believe it's an offsides there, as both teams will discuss it with the refs. They will decide an offsides. Now, the Ice Dawgs, like you said, have two players returning from injury, Gannon and Whitwer. You'll see the A on both of those jerseys, and Whitwer also serves as team president. It's huge to get both of those players back, especially in the playoffs.
Face-off won by the Owls. Campagna there plays it across to his partner. Friedman chips it into the zone. That one should be enough for icing, but Doherty there to beat it out. Good speed there from the Owls forechecker. Doherty with it. He'll skate it right out of the corner. His shot just goes high, though, off the tip. As it comes back out the other side, the missed pass will go all the way back down into the Florida Atlantic corner, and we've got a whistle on an icing call.
That is a poor icing call, as it looks like it was beaten out by the Ice Dawgs. Number 21, Adler, a recent addition to the team, and he's really the forechecker. If you ever see Adler and Bigda on the ice, just know they're going to get after it. And, I mean, Adler certainly did, and yet it was still called an icing. And I'm surprised that no ref waved it off, and it's still an icing. So now Georgia will have a defensive zone draw.
Face off to the right of Testino. Off the tie-up, Martin comes away with it. Hagen rims it around the boards. Parente there, but it's kept in at the line by Macavina. And finally it leaves the zone on the delayed offsides for Florida Atlantic. Martin clears it, but it's kept in at the line there by Friedman. Friedman walking down in the high slot. His shot turned away. Rebound pops right out to Davidson. Good second chance save there by Testino. As it's cleared to the boards, kept in by Israel, though. He takes a check from Adler. Hagen battling for it on the half wall there with Doherty. Martin in behind his own goal. He'll look up ice. Cross to his winger, Parente. He'll just dump it in deep as the Dogs get a change. McNellis there. He'll fire it around the boards. Davidson leaves it for Friedman. Friedman down the left wing side with speed. John's on the back check. Friedman still with control of it. Nice move to get around Maurer. Friedman with a shot blocked by Strauss. Rebound at the side of the net. Centering pass. No one there as Strauss blocks that one. And it's cleared to the corner again. This one cleared all the way down into the Florida Atlantic zone. Maurer in on the forecheck for Georgia. He's got Johns in the slot. Good back check, though. Another shot. Looking for Spicer on the back door off the pad. But he couldn't get a stick on that one. Great chance off a great play by Maurer. Here comes Israel. He'll clear it. He's got Goldberg. Shakes off the check. Pass back to Israel, but a good block there. Diving block from Poole to break that one up. Israel keeps it in at the line. Shoots it on goal. Saved by Testino. Rebound pops out to the slot, but it's cleared again to the corner. Goldberg, Cotter with it. Looking for the centering pass. Saved by Testino again with the pad. And that one will leave the zone. Testino very busy here in this first period with a few great saves here for Georgia, and he'll just hold on to this one. With 6:15 left to go in the first, we're still tied at 1.
That was a great job there by Maurer. He had two men cutting to the net. I thought either would have been a good pass as that lane seemed open. The pass to Johns was open, and then I believe Punzenberger trailing behind as well was open, and yet Maurer kept it and found an even better shot. But a great job by McNellis to blocker that one away, and now it remains 1-1. And it seems like the momentum has totally shifted. The Ice Dawgs with the early goal had a lot of momentum. Now Florida Atlantic with the most recent goal and with a lot of shots on goal recently.
Face-off won by Eberle. Burnett in behind the net, plays it up for Gutman. Nice pass as he's got Crawford streaking through center ice. Crawford down the right wing. He'll walk it down into the corner. Looking to center it for Eberle, but a good stick there by Brockett to keep it outside. Played on the half wall. Georgia with control. Gutman rims it back around the boards. He's got Crawford in the corner. Taken to the wall there by Brockett. Good defensive play there in behind the net. Battling for it. Puck pops out. Bono with control. Chips it right back into the scrum, though. Crawford plays it off for Eberle, looking for the centering pass. Sicked away by McNellis. Gutman plays it up to the point, looking for Gannon. Couldn't keep it in, though. Gannon circles back to center ice. Nice move by Gannon, steps around Bono. Gannon down the right wing side, trying to cut to the slot, but he's stood up there at the hash marks, and the Owls come back the other way. Jones trying to glove it down. He takes a check there from Eberle and loses the puck. And Eberle will try and dump it in. Couldn't quite get it deep enough as it's popped right back down into the Georgia zone. Eberle chasing Bono on his back. Played up the boards for Punzenberger. The Dogs on the breakout here. Bigda chasing as it's sticked away from him by Gromozaic. Bigda first man to it. Trying to play it off for Punzenberger just behind him. Couldn't get a shot away. Punzenberger still with control. Centering pass looking for Mazzaros. Puck in the crease. Bouncing around, still loose down there as it's cleared out to center ice. Just bouncing over the stick. Solarino with it. Shot from the outside just goes high. Slap shot from the outside hash marks. Almost found its way to the net. Martin curls back from Balsamo. As this one skitters in behind Testino. Solarino there, but it's taken back by Mazzaros, and he'll hold on to it for a moment before looking up ice on the breakout. Punzenberger missed the pass as it's turned right back over to the Owls. Capello with it. Up ice. Hagen intercepts it, though, and he'll skate it back. Pass across to Punzenberger on the blue line. Hagen streaking. Punzenberger with a shot blockered away that time by McNellis, and it finds its way out to center ice. Martin with it on the blue line. Fires it off the board, looking for Hagen, but it's just out in front of him. Second chance kept in at the line, it looked like, for a moment, but they whistle it dead with offsides.
And I think we really expected a close game here with these teams playing two close games at the end of the season. And now a 4 versus 5 seed matchup. And it's going to be a great game as we go 1-1 here with 4 minutes left in the first intermission. Both teams are playing really well.
Here's a turnover. Parente in the high slot. His shot blockered away. Bad turnover by the Owls as it's kept in at the line that time by Strauss, cleared by Macavina. Poole down the right wing side. He'll try and walk it across the blue line. Nice move. Here comes Poole trying to cut to the net. Shot was blocked by Israel. Played to the boards. Chipped around, and here come the Owls. Here's a 2-on-1 chance. Friedman, he's got Davidson. Just missed the pass in behind him. Poole on the back check, trying to play it out to center, but it's kept in. Second chance, Parente able to get it out to center. Macavino with it now. Plays it back. That shot goes wide from Friedman. Adler trying to drop it off to his center, Conway on the breakout. Parente finds Conway down the left wing. Conway stops up, waiting for help. Parente in to help him out. Strauss trying to keep it in deep as Conway takes a check. Israel back the other way for the Owls. Good stick that time by Strauss, and he gives Israel an extra shot on the way by. Strauss in the corner. Hounded here by Cotter. Parente plays it out to Whitwer. That one's chipped just into the corner. Israel there. Whitwer hounding him. He lays a check, but the Owls out on the breakout. Played across to Brockett, but back to Israel. And they'll take their time moving up ice now. Looking for the stretch pass just out in front. And this one will go for icing. Again, not sure why they blew that one for icing. It looked like the Owls player got there first.
I would have to agree. I don't think an icing as Keith Goldberg got there first. That might be a makeup call. We like to think those don't happen. Could possibly be. I think if you're a hockey fan, I think you're going to love the player David Israel no matter who you root for, FAU or the Ice Dawgs. That man is 6'5", probably 220 pounds, and a defenseman that skates like a forward.
And he's got a wicked shot. We were watching him in warm-ups as he's got the puck now down the left wing side. And he lays a shot right in on goal, easily saved by Testino. And all of the Ice Dawgs with some extra words for Israel.
All right, Whitwer needs to calm down because Israel has maybe 60 pounds and 4 inches on him. Whitwer just back from injury. Loves talking, loves getting a little scrappy, but I think he wouldn't like how getting scrappy with Israel would go. But as we just mentioned, Israel has a heck of a shot. And, I mean, there's 6 players on the ice again. Israel will complain about something. Israel just kind of wristed that shot. And it came in at Testino at a good 60 miles per hour. That thing was hard for a wrister.
Face-off won by Georgia. Quick shot off the draw, though, as the Owls collide with Testino. Down the left wing side is Gannon, trying to force something through, but he couldn't get it in. As it comes back out to center, John stands up Goldberg. He gives him a pat on the head as he's laying down on the ice. We've got a penalty coming up here on Johns.
I wonder if they'll give that a taunting. He rubbed his head. Johns, I mean, it's funny, but he can't do that.
And unsportsmanlike conduct called there on Ethan Johns. He told him too small.
He laid out Goldberg and then gave him a little head rub. I maybe would like to see that play out as these teams do not like each other, but that is a good call by the refs. Definitely an unsportsmanlike, and while it is funny, now the Dogs are going to have to be on a penalty kill, which is not what they want.
Of course, the Owls 1 for 1 on the power play so far tonight, as this one leaves the zone. Israel regrouping inside his own end. He'll skate it up the left wing side. Plays it across the blue line for Randall, but Mauer's there, and he'll easily clear that one.
The good thing about this penalty is it is almost exactly aligned with the period clock. So if they can kill this for the Ice Dawgs, they can get out in a 1-1 game.
Israel down the left wing side, trying to get around Mauer, but he couldn't as Martin plays it to the boards. Israel able to chop it back up to the point, though. Davidson with it, back down to Israel. Up to Friedman. Over to Davidson. Back to Friedman on the point. Down low, Israel with it. Played back up to the point for Friedman. Down low, Israel once again. Played out in front, looking for Randall. But a good stick from Spicer keeps it to the outside. And it's fired all the way down by Hagen. and the Dogs will get a change.
Great penalty kill so far with a stretch pass from McNellis, but they'll have to carry it back.
Nice play here by Mazzaros on the kill, able to chop that one back in deep. 45 seconds left to go in the period and on the penalty, as the Owls look to get something going here on the man advantage. Greenberg skates it up ice, plays it off to his winger, Doherty. Doherty down the right wing, steps around Strauss, cutting into the corner now. Plays it back up to the point. Greenberg with it, over to Beraldi, back to Greenberg with a shot, tipped in front, saved by Testino, cleared to the boards, and Mazzaros will fire at the length of the ice.
Both teams have been extremely streaky so far. Some good opportunities for the FAU Owls, but both teams going into this intermission with the Owls one last rush are going to look to change that.
Like you said, one last rush here in the period for the Owls. Doherty looking for the toe drag around Strauss. He stood up at the top of the circles. Beraldi gets control of it, looking on the back door, but it just goes wide. Greenberg with a shot at the buzzer, but it doesn't find its way to the net. The penalty to Johns has 1 second left on it, so the Dogs will be shorthanded heading into the second for 1 second on the clock. So after 20, we are tied at 1. We'll see you right back here for second period action.
And before we cut away real quick, a score update for the Alabama-Florida game, the 3 seed versus 6, 1-1.
Hello and welcome back for second period action here from Huntsville Ice Sports Center in Huntsville, Alabama. You are watching the UGA Ice Dawgs take on the Florida Atlantic University Owls. After 20, these two teams are tied at 1. Joe, will you take us back to the first period?
Of course, Torin, and we had a goal by either team. The Ice Dawgs actually struck first on an amazing goal from Conway, where he went in and out of defenders and then put one in the back of the net. And then Mazzaros committed a bad penalty for the Ice Dawgs that resulted in FAU returning the favor with a goal from David Israel, number 18, off a rebound and just put it beautifully in the back of the net. And now we'll have some 5-on-4 hockey as Ethan Johns committed the second penalty of the period and sits in the box for a whole big total of 1 second. A score update on our other rink in which number 3 Alabama is playing number 6 Florida. They are tied now 1-1 in the waning minutes of the second period.
Thanks, Joe. So as we get set here for second period action, as you mentioned, Bill Martin in the box, Ethan Johns in the box for another 1 second for Georgia. So a quick end to this power play here for FAU. Of course, FAU, their only goal coming on the power play. As the centers glide into the face-off dots. Face-off is won by the Owls, and we are go here for second period action. As the penalty expires, we're back to even strength. Strauss with it, drops it off for Mazzaros, who plays it back to Leighton Poole. Back to Strauss. Up for Bigda, but it goes off his stick and back into the Owls zone. Strauss with it, curls away from Davidson. Up the boards, Mazzaros tips it into the corner. No icing on the play, Israel back to play it. He'll chip it off the boards, Macavina with it. Strauss there, as this one's chipped around him. Punzenberger first man to it, though, for Georgia. Almost loses it in front of his own net. Curls back, leaves it for Poole, but it's taken away from him by Friedman. Played by Macavina, but Strauss rims it around the boards. On the half wall, Israel trying to come up with it. Davidson gets it in the corner. Walking out of the corner now, plays it back up to the point. Unable to hold on to it was Macavina, though. Bigda just put too much on it. He almost had a break there as McNellis is out of his net to play it. And that one will go up into the netting and out of play. So we'll get a whistle and a face-off inside the Florida Atlantic zone.
And we saw a defensive zone turnover there. And if Coach Campy and Ryan Testino, the starting goalie for the Ice Dawgs tonight, were to come to agreement on one thing, it'd be that there has been way too many defensive zone turnovers for the Ice Dawgs this season. They're looking to change that. They're going to have to be better with the puck in their own zone. And now they're going to have a chance in the offensive zone, as it looks like Spicer will take the offensive zone draw.
Face off to the left of McNellis. One cleanly by the Owls. Greenberg rims it around the boards for Goldberg. Whitwer quickly in on him as this one's chopped out to center ice. Gannon back to play it for Georgia. He'll go up the boards, but it's kicked away from the stick of Whitwer as Brockett's back to play it inside his own end. Goldberg there for Florida Atlantic, but it's chipped right back in by Spicer. Brockett trying to skate it out, and they do as this one's chopped back out to center ice, but quickly taken away by the Dogs and fired right back in. Maurer in the corner trying to step around Greenberg. In behind the goal, Greenberg still on him as he lays a check. Cotter there, he takes a check. Maurer in to help out. Trying to play it in deep, but it's chipped right back out to center. Goldberg trying to skate onto it, but Testino's going to swallow this one up.
Greenberg gets Maurer frustrated as he hits the ice there. Greenberg with a great job on the checking behind the net and able to get that puck away from Maurer. Maurer was really looking for the centering pass and was unable to get there. Greenberg, great job for the FAU Owls.
Face off to the right of Testino inside the Georgia end. And it's won by Conway, the Georgia goal scorer tonight. But it's kept in by the Owls. Adler has to circle back, but it's played around the boards, kept in by the Owls. Baraldi with it, played up to the point. That's a shot saved by Testino. He saw that one all the way through. Baraldi trying to play it back up to the point, but Parente's there. Bono able to keep it in at the blue line, though. He'll chip it back in deep. Conway there. Goes off the boards. for Adler. And that one's chopped in to the opposite side. Parente chasing. Conway in on the forecheck. He comes up with the puck on the half wall, but it's taken away from him and skated back the other way by Beraldi. He tries to step around Hagen. Hagen able to get a stick on the puck, but Bono first man onto it for Florida Atlantic. Here's a shot from the point. Just goes high and wide. Parente picks up the rebound. Hagen corrals it, and he'll skate it up ice. Shot in just wide of the net as the Dogs get a change. Played up the boards. Crawford there for Georgia. Drops it off for Martin. His shot blockered away by McNellis. Balsamo plays it out to center. Here's a chance for the Owls. Walking in. Here's a shot saved by Testino, and he will swallow that one up.
I think Strauss was caught a little bit out of position there, number 11 for the Ice Dogs. Thought maybe he was going to get some help from his defensive pairing, Bill Martin, who was skating back his hardest. I think Strauss maybe just misjudged the speed, able to kind of break it up and give Testino a good chance at it, but Testino with a great save.
Face-off won by Georgia. Strauss there, rims it around the boards, looking for Gutman. Gutman trying to skate onto it, steps around Israel. He's got Crawford on the back door. Gutman stops up, plays it up to the point. Here's a shot, blocked that time. Here's an odd man rush for the Owls, 3-on-2. Vecchio plays it across, fired across to the left wing side. Solarino taken into the boards hard there by Poole. Testino sticks it away. Israel able to keep it in at the point. And he'll fire it in on goal, saved by Testino, almost tipped in front by Solarino. Eberle there, nice spin move to make a great pass over to Gutman. Gutman down the right wing side. Steps around Israel, walking in. Gutman with a shot, saved by McNellis. And some extra contact after the whistle. Gutman went down. It looks like he might have gotten a stick on McNellis. And the Owls take exception.
Yeah, Gutman there forced into McNellis. I don't believe it was any meaningful contact from Gutman. He was pretty much cross-checked in the back to run into McNellis. Maybe given a little extra McNellis, but these teams really don't like each other. They'll take pretty much any opportunity they can to give each other the business, and I think the Ice Dogs will end up going to the box for that.
So they just took number 19, Daniel Crawford, to the box for Georgia.
I personally, I definitely could have seen something on Gutman for running into McNellis and then giving a little bit of a shove afterward. I thought a lot of that was forward momentum, but there was definitely extension by the Ice Dogs player, but that Ice Dogs player was not Crawford. I did not exactly see what Crawford did. So Crawford will end up in the box.
So a big power play coming up here for Florida Atlantic. They are 1 for 2 on the night. This will be their third opportunity. Face off to the right of Testino. Off the draw, Poole chasing in the corner. Davidson gets a stick on it, though. Played up to the point. Israel walks the line. Up top, Israel with it. Looking for options, plays it down to the half wall. Davidson with it. Plays it back up top to Israel. Across to his partner. Here's a shot from Friedman. Looks like it went off Strauss in front. Owls regain control. Friedman with it. Back to Israel, back to Friedman. His shot blocked in front. Maurer might have gotten a body on that one, and he'll skate this one out to center himself. Smart play by Maurer here to kill some extra time and punch that one in deep.
Smart play by Maurer, and that was at least Strauss's 5th body block of the night.
Nice move here at the line by the Owls. Dropped off for Friedman. On the point, across for Israel. Out in front, Randall in the high slot. Glove by Testino. Rebound bouncing around. It was sticked away into the corner. Almost found the back of the net. Testino might have gotten a piece of that one with the pad.
Yeah, Testino with an original great glove save, but unable to fully get it, and drops it on accident.
Here's Friedman down the left wing side. Cutting to the slot. He stood up at the hash marks by Gannon. And the Dogs will clear it, but it's gloved down right at the blue line by Greenberg. Conway gets control, though. He'll curl it back and fire it in deep. Israel drops it off for Greenberg. Up ice. Here comes Cotter, trying to step around Burnett. Cotter drops it off for Bono in the corner. 25 seconds left on the power play for the Owls. Israel at the point. Plays it down low. Greenberg with it on the point again. Back to Israel. He shoots one. Saved by Testino. Rebound popped out. Gannon trying to get it out to center. Kicked away by Israel, but Conway with a step around him. Conway one-on-one with Greenberg. Nice move. Conway walking in. Saved by McNellis. Rebound bouncing around. It's loose, and McNellis will freeze it.
Conway, I mean, we talked about it earlier, and especially in that earlier goal, is just one of the better puck handlers on the Ice Dawgs. Probably the best puck handler on the Ice Dawgs, and certainly one of the best on this rink tonight. Makes a really great move, puts a decent shot on net, and this has been an excellent penalty kill for the Ice Dawgs. The Owls had a couple good chances, but overall, Ice Dawgs have killed 1 minute and 56 seconds really well.
So like you just said, Joe, 4 seconds left on the kill for Georgia as they punch this one in deep. The penalty to Crawford will expire, so the Owls move to 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. Played up the board. Ziemba chops it in deep. Gannon chasing. Hounding him is Randall. Up the board, Parente with it for Georgia. He'll break it out. Parente through center ice with speed. Across the blue line now. Evan Parente walking down the left wing side. Cutting it down low. Looking for someone in front. Stops up in the corner. Trying to play it over to Eberle. He'll glove it down. Up top, Hagen on the line. He shoots one. He scores! Truman Hagen with a snipe from the point, and the Dogs take the lead.
Great job there by the entire Ice Dawgs team. There's such a momentum boost when you kill off a penalty like that, and they take that momentum, bring it all the way down the ice. Some great jobs there by multiple Ice Dawgs, really keeping the puck in the offensive zone. Could have taken a quick shot. Instead, find the best shot. And, I mean, Hagen's really known for being able to put it in that top corner above the glove, and he did it there.
So Georgia takes their second lead of the night as they chop this one in deep. Played in the corner. Jones pops it up the wall, but Martin gets a stick on it. Tipped in front. Whitwer looking for a tip in the low slot. He's taken into the boards. Maurer in the corner now, fighting for it with Baraldi. Sorry, that's Solarino, as this one's chopped out to center ice. The Owls trying to break it in the zone. Jones walking onto one. Solarino looking for the centering pass, kicked away by Martin, and Spicer will skate it away from danger. Here comes Dylan Spicer through center. He'll just lay one in on net as it stick to the corner. Big check down there. We got a penalty coming up here. Looks like it's going to be on Georgia. Up the right wing. Bigda with a huge check, and that one's going to be a penalty too. And there's a shot saved by Testino as there's a man still down at center ice for Florida Atlantic.
And that's really not what Georgia wanted to do after scoring. This really gives momentum to FAU, as now they'll have a 5-on-3. We hope the player for FAU is okay. That's number 5, Nolan Capello. We hope he's okay. He's still on a knee. He looks like he'll skate off fine, as it will be both Whitwer and I believe Bigda with penalties. The crowd, mostly Dogs fans, as FAU is quite a far way away, is not too happy with the call. I think the refs most generally got it right.
Couple of ugly hits there. I'm not sure the one from Whitwer was totally intentional, but Bigda needs to keep away from the numbers on that one at center ice. That one's definitely a bad hit to make there.
And Bigda is known for that. He's approaching, if he doesn't already have it since I last checked, the most penalty minutes in Ice Dawgs history. He's really known for that. He actually had a really bad penalty earlier in the season versus Florida at the Savannah Hockey Classic. So he likes to be aggressive, and sometimes like that, he just gets too far ahead of himself, and it will be a costly penalty here, as FAU will be on the 5-on-3. The Ice Dawgs do love Bigda, as he offers an extreme presence on the forecheck and being able to score and assist from anywhere on the ice. But just a little bit too aggressive there. And now The 5-on-3 will begin shortly as the refs have finished explaining to Georgia what they did wrong. Now, this is an extreme momentum builder for FAU Owls. After they go down, they have a really good opportunity to get themselves back in the game. However, the Ice Dawgs are going to look at it as if they can kill this off, they're going to have even more momentum. We'll see how this goes. The FAU Owls with a great opportunity here. Already a power play goal on the 5-on-4. They're going to look for another one on the 5-on-3.
So a big chance here for the Owls to even this one up.
The refs are still discussing the calls. And it looks like we will have hockey here. Maybe not. They're going to say that the penalty will result in a face-off outside of the Georgia zone in center ice. Score update on the other game, still in the second period, is Alabama and Florida 1-1.
Face-off won by Randall. As Goldberg quickly takes possession, plays it up to the point for Israel. Over to Friedman, back to Israel. Playing catch with Friedman. His shot turned away by Testino off the pad. Great push across, back to Friedman. Another shot, he breaks his stick, and he has to throw that one down. Here's a chance for Mazzaros, if he can skate to this one. That's a smart play there by Friedman to step on that puck and play it back. Here's Davidson walking in, trying to step around Hagen, walking to the net. Good play there by Martin to clear it to the corner. Florida Atlantic with control. Israel back to Friedman. In the high slot. Georgia collapsing into the slot. Trying to keep Florida Atlantic from getting anything across seam. Israel down low. Passed across, looking for the back door. Davidson. Looks like it went off of Testino. Israel back to Friedman. In the high slot. His shot just goes wide, looking for the tip in front from Goldberg. Back to Friedman. Another shot blocked by Mazzaros as he stuck out the leg. Israel in the corner. Back up top for Friedman. Friedman in the high slot. Another shot tipped in front. Looks like it went off Mazzaros again. Israel backdoor. His shot goes high. 50 seconds left to go on the 5-on-3 as this puck goes all the way down. Georgia gets a wholesale change.
Great job by the Ice Dawgs so far. Great first save by Testino. And then a smart play by the FAU Owls. Now they'll come down the ice again.
Israel down the left wing side with speed. He'll take it around the net. Around the opposite side, stops up, hounded by Poole. Walks out of the corner, plays it up top for Friedman. Friedman at the top of the circles. Plays it back over to Israel. His shot, saved by Testino. Puck loose in the crease. Testino falls on it, and he'll freeze it.
Smart play by Testino, just stayed down. I believe that was Leighton Poole. Maybe an even smarter play, just threw it at Testino, trying to get it under him for the cover. Great play by both Testino and Poole. I mean, some genius plays here. First by Friedman of the FAU Owls. I mean, I thought that was going to be a breakaway for the Dogs. Instead, Friedman plays it smart, keeps the puck in center ice. That could have been a breakaway for Mazzaros.
Kick with his skate, too. He stepped on the puck to kick it straight back instead of trying to kick it across to his D partner.
Yes, and Testino was on the ice after he had a body land on him. He is okay. But that was really smart play by Friedman. I mean, CHS just released their 4.0 and 3.2 scholar athletes. I would like to imagine Friedman's one of them after that play.
You know who is one of them? Ryan
Testino with the 4.0. What can't he do?
The big man with the big brain as Israel skates it down the right wing for FAU on the power play. 10 seconds left to go on that man advantage. Israel on the point. Plays it across to Friedman. Back over to Israel. To Friedman. His shot. He whiffed on that one. As that puck is still bouncing around in the crease, the penalty expires. Parente and Adler back out now. As Whitwer and Big to head to the bench. Here's a chance for the Dogs. 3-on-2 opportunity if they hurry. Conway skating it, plays it back across to Parente. Parente down the left wing side. Trying to play it back to Conway, but it's sticked away from him. And the Owls come back the other way. 4-on-2 if they hurry. Carter down the left wing side. Trying to play it to the net, saved by Testino. As there's collision in front, Adler comes up with the puck, and he just floats that one out to center.
I think the Ice Dawgs are going to look to try and get a covered puck or something to freeze the puck after getting momentum here.
They'll get a change here as the puck goes in behind their goal. Both teams with a full change. Poole skating up ice. He'll come down the left boards now. Poole across the blue line. He's hounded from behind. The puck's taken off his stick. Parente gloves it down on the clearing attempt, though, and he'll chop it into the far corner. Adler there for Georgia, but it's chopped around the boards and floated out to center ice. Burnett gets it inside the Georgia blue line, and it's tipped right back in by Eberle. Brockett with it. Plays it up the boards, but it's kept in by Georgia. Burnett with a shot. Looks like it might have gotten tipped by Brockett, the Owls defender, as this one skied just over the skate of Burnett. Jones with speed skating onto this one, left wing. He'll drop it off to his partner who curls back. Down low, Balsamo with it. Looking out in front, Brockett trying to lay out and grab that one. We got another penalty coming up here. Looks like it's going to be on Georgia. Brockett with it inside his own zone as the goalie leaves the net, but that will be touched up that time by the Dogs. So we got a cross check coming up here on David Eberle.
Georgia is really known for committing penalties. They have the most in the CHS, and they look like they are going to continue adding to that as Eberle will skate into the box with a cross check. And now, after failing to convert on a 5-on-3, the FAU Owls will try and convert a 5-on-4. I think really, Torrin, the Dogs need to clean it up. I know they like playing aggressive, but I don't think Coach Campy is going to be so happy that they are constantly penalty killing. I think the FAU Owls, on the other hand, are extremely happy they get another chance.
Face-off won by Goldberg. Friedman with it on the point, plays it across to Israel. He'll walk it in. His shot tipped in front by Goldberg. Looks like Maurer might have gotten a piece of it too as it goes high. Friedman with it on the point, plays it back across to Israel. Back to Friedman on the point. Across to Davidson at the top of the circles. Drops it back off for Friedman. Down low, Israel. Back to Friedman. He'll skate it down. His shot went off a stick. Might have been Burnett's as Davidson corrals it in the corner. Back up top, Israel. Across to Friedman. Looking for the centering pass, but it goes off a body and out to center ice. Israel corrals it. He's chased by Spicer. Friedman with it at center. Looks across to Goldberg, but he fans on the pass. So he'll have to touch it back up. Trying to skate it in, and he does. Doherty, first man to it, almost lost an edge as he goes down awkwardly in the corner. Gannon fighting for it with him. Burnett in to help out Gannon as it's chopped up the boards by Doherty. Israel with it on the point. He'll walk the line. Fans on the shot. Drops it back off for Friedman, though. Shoots it. Tipped in front. Saved by Testino. Clear to the boards. Burnett there. Davidson comes up with it, though. The Owls regain control in the corner. Burnett trying to pin it to the wall, but Davidson keeps control. Play it up to the point. Israel over to Friedman. His shot. Scores! Friedman picks his spot from the point. It's a power play goal, and we're all tied up here in Huntsville.
And now both goals by the Florida Atlantic University Owls have been power play goals. And Georgia, committing penalties left and right, are allowing them to stay and tie this game up. Testino probably didn't get a good look as there was a defender of his own and an FAU Owl out in front. And now we will have 7 more minutes left in this period in a 2-2 game.
Face-off won by Mazzaros. Hagen with it inside his own zone. Plays it up to Punzenberger. Punzenberger down the right wing side. Trying to step around. He does. Nice save there. Puck bouncing around in front as a Florida Atlantic player goes careening into the net. And we'll get a whistle here.
And Georgia's not going to be too happy with that as an FAU Owl skates in and gets his own net off while that puck, I believe, was still alive. I'm not sure McNellis really was covering it. He might have been. But I don't think the Ice Dawgs are too satisfied that that net came off, as they think the puck was loose and had a skater coming in and definitely had an opportunity to put it at the back of the net if the net did not come off. But a great save by McNellis And it looked like the Ice Dawgs might take the momentum right back, but now they're going to have to work for it with an offensive zone draw.
Face off to the right of McNellis, won by the Owls, and they'll skate it right out to center ice. Hagen gets a stick on it, though. Punzenberger with a good check at the blue line. Hagen chips it right out to center ice. Forced to chase it is Gramozic. Cross to his partner. Return to Gramozic. Up the boards, kicked away by Bigda, though. Here comes Mazzaros for the Dogs. Mazzaros drops it off for Bigda. Nice pass, but he couldn't get it controlled cleanly. As he goes down in the boards, we got a penalty coming up here on the Owls. Martin with it on the point. Testino at the bench. Tipped in front. Bounce around. They score! Josh Mazzaros with the tip in front. And the Dogs retake the lead 3-2.
Mazzaros gets the turnover, skates it in, makes a great pass to Matt Bigda. Bigda unable to control it, but Mazzaros stays with it, knows he's in good position to get in front of the net. The puck eventually finds its way to Bill Martin. Bill Martin throws it on net, and Mazzaros tips it, goes off the crossbar and down, and that will put the Ice Dawgs back up 3-2. Wow, this Torrin has really been a back-and-forth game. Each team showing their strengths, shots from the point, and so far a great game as both teams will look to either try and build their lead or come back, both of which are possible as these teams have gone back and forth throughout the entire night.
So the Dogs with another one-goal lead here with 6:35 left to go in the second period. It's been back and forth, like you've said, Joe, a sloppy second period thus far for Georgia, but they capitalize on that 6-on-5 opportunity. Good hustle from Testino, too.
Mazzaros and Israel having words with the line judge. I don't know what they're talking about. Mazzaros now screaming to the Dogs bench. I mean, the line judge walked away smiling, so I have to think it's in good faith, but these teams don't like each other.
Face off won by the Owls, and the Dogs are on the power play as Gramozic went to the box for what was, I think it was a boarding call. We didn't see the signal from the referee. Bigda plays it across to Mazzaros after taking a check. Mazzaros chops it down into the corner. Conway there. Bigda gets control of it on the red line. Conway with a turnaround shot almost hit Mazzaros behind the net. Played up at the point. Hagen with it. Back to Poole. Conway in the front. Mazzaros down low. Poole tees one off. He scores! It's a power play goal. Leighton Poole puts the Dogs up by 2.
And that is how you build momentum in hockey. You score a goal on a delayed penalty. You're correct, a boarding call as an FAU Owl took out Matt Bigda, and then they score before the penalty is called as FAU did not touch up. Now, Poole with a great shot from pretty much Ovechkin's office and puts it in the back of the net. Two very similar shots. The first one got touched. That one, I believe, cleanly found its way over McNellan.
So the game changes very quickly as the Dogs take their first multi-goal lead of the night with 6 minutes left to go here in the second period. Turnover at the blue line. Parente leaves it for Conway. Conway down the left wing side has Macavina to beat. Conway drops it off to Adler on the back door, but he couldn't get a stick on it. Awkward pass there. Macavina went down hard behind the net. Looks a little shaken up, but he'll stay out there. Cutting to the net. Running over Testino was Doherty, and we got a whistle here. That's like the 5th time that they've hit Testino down there, and the Dogs are not happy about it.
They've hit Testino. I know McNellis got hit once or twice as well. This has been an extremely scrappy game. The Ice Dawgs usually so aggressive in protecting their goalie. I'm surprised hands weren't immediately thrown for that one. That one was one of the more obvious ones. I also think they know that Ryan Testino can hold his own. He is the big man in net. That will come down and be a face-off in the Florida Atlantic University's zone. Excuse me, it will actually be at center ice as they call no foul. It'll be right outside Georgia zone.
Face-off won by Florida Atlantic. Cleared over to Israel. And he'll hear it from the Georgia bench. They've got some serious problems with him, stemming back to the last weekend of the regular season. Davidson drops it off for Greenberg. His shot found its way to the net. Good save by Testino. Rebound save, Testino. What a save, pushing across to get the pad on that one as Gannon's stick looks like it's broken down there in the corner.
2 great saves by Testino.
Adler just off sides as he cut right at the blue line. So we'll get a face-off right in front of the Georgia bench. 5:07 left to go here in the first period. Georgia leads Florida Atlantic University 4-2.
That was a great job by Testino. He got the first save. The rebound comes out. He's able to move all the way to the other side through contact. Again, another Owl made a little bit of contact with him, but he got that blocker out. He's allowed 2 goals on 24 shots. McNellis, 4 goals on 21 shots.
Face-off won by Georgia. Poole plays it back inside his own end, up the boards, looking for his man Whitwer, but Israel gets control inside his own blue line. To his partner, back to Israel, looking up ice. Sticked away by Maurer at center ice, but it's taken off of his stick by Randall. Another turnover. Spicer comes up with it. Whitwer able to chop it down in deep, and Maurer will chase. Maurer with it, fighting for it in the corner. But the Owls come away with it. Down the left wing side, Goldberg lays it down in behind Testino, who stops it for Strauss. Fired around the boards. Kept in by the Owls, though. Israel able to chop that one in deep. But Poole comes up with it. He'll skate it down the right wing. Poole steps around Israel. Into the corner. Leighton Poole, the recent goal scorer for Georgia. He's taken into the wall by Israel. Whitwer in to help as those 3 go down, and we got a whistle here from the referee.
Poole and Israel tied up there. Poole, oh, come on.
And we've got some penalties coming up here.
It's going to be an unsportsmanlike on Poole. And that one, much less obvious, I believe, than the Johns one. Yeah, it will be a minor for unsportsmanlike. And just for words that time, not for any action. These teams really don't like each other. I'm surprised they put them in the box that quickly after everything we've seen already. That has probably been the least penalty thing we've seen tonight, but perhaps a good call by the referees as they don't want to get things out of hand. They want to keep it, but not too sure about that one. It's kind of funny because Leighton Poole, while he's not much smaller, but smaller than Israel, those are really the 2 defensemen that contribute on offense as well, can both skate really well, get the puck down the ice, and shoot a heck of a shot from the point. Poole is also usually a penalty killer for the Dogs, so they'll have to find a replacement for him.
So the penalty killing unit shipped right back out there. This will be their 7th try of the night. Florida Atlantic, 33%, pretty good, but looking to capitalize on some of those better opportunities like that long 5-on-3.
Yeah, and their 2 goals, of course, are the power play goals. So this is probably the golden opportunity for them if they want to put themselves only 1 goal down and make this game 4-3.
Face off to the right of Testino. It's won by the Dogs. Martin comes up with it. Falling on it was Goldberg, though. He gets control of it in the corner. Played up the half wall. Friedman with it on the point. Over to Israel. His shot from the circles was blocked that time by Maurer. Israel comes back up with it. Friedman on the point. Drops it back off for Israel, who walks the line. Back over to Friedman. Walking down from the circle. Back door. Here's a shot just through the crease. Bad angle shot from Davidson. As this one leaves the zone, Maurer chasing it. He gets to it, trying to keep it in deep. Israel gets control.
Bad angle. It shouldn't have mattered. That should have been a point for the FAU Owls as that net was wide open.
Davidson looking to the heavens after that one. Puck in the corner. Israel up at the point. He'll chop that one in deep. Goldberg in behind the net. Lets it pass. Davidson with control. Up top, Friedman. Across to Israel. Back to Friedman. Fumbles it for a second. Regains control. Plays it back to his partner, Israel. Shot from the point. Looking for the tip. Easily saved by Testino. He saw that one all the way.
Now, we have seen the FAU two times this year. If you are watching as an Ice Dawgs fan. And I am surprised there that Israel kind of just throws a wrister on net. We saw his shot in warm-ups. I would think more of the plan would be give him a slap shot opportunity, as he can really hit that puck harder than most of these players on the ice, excuse me.
Israel plays it across to Friedman. Back to Israel, 48 seconds left on the power play. Friedman with control, back to Israel, high slot. Back again to Friedman, cross ice pass. Randall with a shot, just misses the net. Friedman gets control on the half wall, plays it back again to Israel. Over to Friedman, his shot outside, just a few feet high as this one finds its way back up to the point. Israel able to keep it. Goes back across to Friedman. Another shot tipped in front, save Testino as he deflects that one up into the netting.
Testino now facing 26 shots according to the scorebook. Only 2 goals let up, has been amazing. Penalty kill so far has been all right. They really allowed FAU to have a golden opportunity there. As the net was wide open, FAU just missed. They're going to look to kill out these last 23 seconds, and then there'll be about 2 minutes left in the period. Score update in the other game, number 3 seed Alabama versus number 6 seed Florida. Start of the third period, 1-1.
Face-off won by the Owls. Israel plays it across. Friedman with a shot, blocked away by Testino. He's been strong, facing a lot of shots on these penalty kills as that puck just leaves the zone. 10 seconds left on the penalty to number 10, Leighton Poole. Owls with one last rush on the power play if they hurry. Israel with it. Plays it back to Randall, streaking through center ice as the penalty expires. We are back to even strength. Randall plays it down in behind the net. 2 minutes left to go in the period. Bono with it. Plays it across to Randall behind the goal line. Back down low, Bono behind the net. Looking for the centering pass. Good stick there from Eberle to break that one up. Randall trying to get control of it. Parente in to help out. Cotter with it for FAU. Looking for the centering pass. Couldn't find anybody. And this one will leave the zone. Foot race here with Parente and Greenberg. Parente comes up with it. Looking for a centering pass here. Good angle there from Greenberg to break it up. And here comes Israel back the other way for FAU. Long stretch pass. He's got Cotter. Nice pass there. Stood up by Strauss in the high slot. Good defensive play to break that one up. Another check by Strauss on Bono as those two come together on the boards. Parente looking on the breakout. Good forecheck here from FAU. Balsamo loses the puck, though. Good play there by Gannon to get control, but it's fired right back in from the point. In behind the net, 1 minute left to go here in the second period. Strauss with it, plays it up the boards for Parente. Parente goes off the boards. Not enough for icing, though, as Brock gets back to play it inside his own blue line. Up the boards, looking for his man who just tips it into the zone, Ziemba. He'll chase it. Strauss there, long shift for him. Rinaldi on the half wall. He's hounded there by Punzenberger, who gets control in behind his own goal. Good play there by 71. Balsamo walking in, shot saved by Testino. And he'll squeeze that one again with 27.8 left to go in the second period.
We talked about it earlier, but the Ice Dawgs really struggle with the defensive zone turnovers. There was one, and the FAU Owls had another good chance. Testino cuts off the angle and makes a good save. Now we'll have 28 seconds left. And I think in the third period, the message for the Ice Dawgs is going to be stay out of the box, and the message for the FAU Owls is going to be keep that puck moving and eventually throw it at the net when you have the best shot.
Face-off won quickly by FAU. Good shot from Friedman, blocked away by Testino. As this puck just stays inside the blue line. Second chance, Big to able to get it out. This one was tipped by Campagna, so no icing. We have 15 seconds left to go in the period. This one skied way out to center ice looking for Davidson, but Hagen will just chop it right back in. No icing on the play. 5 seconds left in the period. And they will just let this one go, and that will do it for second period action. So after 40, the Ice Dawgs lead the FAU Owls 4-2. We'll see you right back here for third period action. Hello and welcome back for third period action here from Huntsville Ice Sports Center in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm Torrin Smith, happy to be here, joined by Joe Kopshow on color. And the Ice Dawgs currently lead the Florida Atlantic University Owls 4-2 after 40 minutes. Joe, take us back for the second period recap.
Yeah, I believe we had 4 goals that period. The 1 goal for FAU was from Jake Friedman. Then 3 goals for the Ice Dawgs. Of course, those were split up, so it was an Ice Dawg goal, then an FAU goal, and then 2 Ice Dawgs goals. But the Ice Dawgs goals go to Hogman, Mazzaros, and Poole. Of course, some penalties as the Dogs have been aggressive and chippy. They're going to look to change that. Now, around the CHS Playoffs, we have another game going on right now. Number 3 seed Alabama at number 6 seed Florida. Alabama is currently in the lead 3-1. Now, if these scores hold, that means that Alabama will play the University of South Carolina tomorrow, and that the University of Georgia will play Tampa. Now, that would also mean that Florida Atlantic University would play Florida. An interesting matchup, I'm sure. Before these centers skate in and have the draw, I want to make a quick shout out to my mom, Christine Kopshow. She's had 4 cancers, has lost both of her kidneys. If you've ever thought about donating a kidney because you have an extra, please reach out to Joe Kopshow.
As the centers glide into the face-off dot, the draw is won by Friedman. We are go here for third period action in Huntsville. Puck quickly dumped into the Georgia zone, but lifted right back out to center ice. Greenberg plays it across to his partner Israel, chopped right back into the zone by Doherty. Strauss gets control, fires it across to his partner Poole, who lifts it way out to center. He's got Bigda on a stretch pass. Bigda skates onto it in the corner, looking for something out of the other side. Plays it back around behind the net. Punzenberger with it, looking for the centering pass. Fans on it, and loses control, so that one will go back in behind the goal. Israel with it for FAU. Fired way across ice. Nice pass. Almost found its way through to Friedman, but it's fired right back in by Mazzaros. Greenberg behind his own net. Played up the boards. Owls on the breakout here. Hounded by Bigda. There's a check right in front of the penalty box here as Israel regroups just inside his own blue line. Nice pass. He finds Doherty. Doherty with a break to the net. He shoots just wide of the goal. Looks like Burnett got a stick on that one. Good defensive play there by the Dogs defenseman. Whitwer with it. Almost loses control of it on the half wall, but Mazzaros able to punch that one out to center ice and dump it in deep and get a change.
You would expect a team up 2 goals like the Ice Dawgs to maybe not be so aggressive. That's always the Dogs' MO, as you see on this forecheck.
Almost a turnover there. Spicer couldn't get to it quick enough, though, as the Owls come back the other way. Testino out to play it away from Goldberg, who goes crashing into the boards. Goldberg gets control once again. Trying to center it. No one there, though. Gannon gets control for Georgia, and Maurer will play it down into the opposite corner. Whitwer chasing for Georgia. Lifts the stick, trying to get something in front. Maurer with it. Takes a check in the corner. Big hit there. Whitwer with a centering shot there, but it was deflected off of McNellis and wide. Maurer with it in the corner. Nice move. Steps around his man. Centering pass. Puck loose in the crease. And Maurer shoved into the goal. And it's knocked loose. McNellis goes down. No harm, no foul either side there. And we look at a whistle and a face-off.
Yeah, that time Maurer definitely pushed into McNellis. Not too sure about earlier things, but that time was definitely pushed, and the goal comes off. Not, again, what the Ice Dawgs wanted, as that puck was dangerously bouncing around it out in front. If that net could have stayed on, the Dogs, I'm sure, would have been happy with an opportunity to try and get a shot off. The FAU Owls are actually out-shooting Georgia 29-22 right now. They're going to hope that one of those shots goes through, as they need a comeback here.
Conway looking to step through his man on the draw as they both went down. Linesman slow to get up. He fell down on the face-off, too. As Macavina rims it around behind his own goal. Goldberg with it on the breakout. He'll just float it out to center ice. This one will go all the way down into the Georgia zone, just enough for icing. I didn't think they were going to blow that one.
Yeah, we've had interesting calls here by the refs multiple times. Sometimes calling icing, sometimes not. That time they decided it was enough for icing, and that no one tapped it. So now the Ice Dawgs will have a draw in their offensive zone. Owls started out hot, I think, in this period, just in their aggressiveness and skating. The Owls have 6 players on the ice again. But they came out hot. I think they know that if they lose, they have no chance to win the tournament. So they are putting their all into this, and they're going to look to get this defensive zone draw and turn it into something.
Face-off won by the Dogs. Hagen with a quick shot. That one was blocked in the slot. Hagen with the goal from that same spot on the point in this one as Goldberg fires that one in behind the net, and the Owls will get a change. Martin up the boards for Conway. He'll just tap it into the zone. Parente comes up with it. He'll skate into the high slot. Parente with a shot. That one might have got a piece of someone as it went up and out of play. So we'll get a face-off. Looks like it's going to be inside the offensive zone for Georgia.
Yeah, McNellis blockered that one up into the netting. Great save there. He has been decent, but is going to need to be on his A game for the rest of the game and is going to need his team to help him out.
Conway steps through his man on the draw, but puck quickly taken from him. Martin with a shot from the point, glove down by McNellis. That's a strong shot from number 44, Bill Martin.
Strong shot and a strong save. As soon as I say he needs to bring his A game, he gets a great glove save, and he'll give his team another chance to win the defensive zone draw.
Face off to the left of McNellis. Won cleanly by Conway. Martin fires it in behind the goal. Parente chasing around the other side. He'll play it down to Adler behind the net. Adler trying to walk out to the half wall, but he's taken into the boards. Conway in to help him out as the Owls come up with this one, and they'll skate it out to center ice. Bono across center, taken into the boards by Martin. Good check there. Israel skates onto it, though. Looking for the centering pass. Testino got a piece of that one to break it up. Greenberg able to hold the line. Israel turnaround shot, tipped in front. Save Testino, rebound, loose. Testino falls on it. Couple of great saves by Ryan Testino.
As a goalie, sometimes it's so hard to track those once you make the original save and then it bounces around. Testino knows what to do, though. We said 4.0 student. It's really important for a goalie to have a good brain on his shoulders, and he knows that puck is somewhere under him. He just has to sit on it, and they can live to fight another day.
Face off to his left, and it's won by the Georgia Bulldogs. Gutman with it, trying to chop it out to center. He fires it across to Eberle instead. Eberle with it down the left wing side. Breaking in with speed. Good poke there from Greenberg to keep it outside. As it's rimmed around the boards, Eberle finds Poole with it. Tipped in front. Poole with a shot. Eberle got a stick on it. Poole able to keep the line on the clearing attempt. Crawford knocks it down behind the goal, but it poked off of his stick by Greenberg. Eberle and Israel come together in the corner. Eberle wins the battle, keeps the puck, plays it down low for Crawford. He takes a check, that time from Solarino. Two guys aside, battling for it now. Down in the corner. Gutman with a shot in front, blocked by Israel. Went off of his foot. Poole with another shot, just goes wide. No traffic in front to tip that one. Here comes Jones for the Owls. Good poke there by Poole to break that play up. Israel able to get it in deep, but Poole takes it off the stick of Jones and is able to get it out to Crawford. Crawford one-on-one. Crawford walking in, makes a move. He shoots, he scores! Daniel Crawford steps around his man and floats it over the blocker of McNellis, and the Dogs lead by 3.
Daniel Crawford there gets the puck at center ice, walks it all the way down in front of McNellis, and puts a little backhanded shot over his blocker. A great job there by Crawford as he avoided the defender and still got the backhand off. Great job by Crawford. I don't know if you know this, Torin. I was calling my first ever Ice Dawgs game, and Crawford scored the first goal, and now he maybe has the most important goal so far in the Ice Dawgs season.
Face-off won by Georgia. Following the goal, Bigda with it in front of his own bench. Plays it off the boards. Taken away by Gramozic. Up the other side, Davidson trying to get something going, but it's taken away from him by Gannon. Davidson regains control. He'll gate the line now. Davidson walking in, trying to cut to the net. Drops it off to nobody. Punzenberger gets control of it. And he'll take it into the corner. Taken off his stick by Friedman, though. Gramozic trying to play it to the net. Puck bouncing around. Couple of players try to glove it down. Burnett loses sight of it as it's played back into the corner. Friedman trying to play it out in front. Doherty with it. Sticked away from him by Burnett. Bigda takes him into the wall. Davidson Fighting for it with Mazzaros. As this puck just leaves the zone, Campagna chasing it. And that one will be just enough for icing. With 14:33 left to go here in the third, the Dogs lead 5-2.
Some sustained pressure from FAU there, but unable to get a real good quality shot off. The Dogs do have to send it down the ice, and now FAU will have an offensive zone draw.
Face off to the left of Testino following the icing. Off the tie-up, the Owls come away with it. Israel with a shot tipped up high at the point. And he'll hear it from the Georgia bench.
I think that Israel is maybe without a doubt, I think you could say with a doubt, the best player on this FAU team. And I love that the Dogs are trying to get in their heads. FAU has done the same for most of the game. But Israel, with only one goal so far, might be leaned upon later in this game.
Greenberg with it, but we got a hand pass called at center ice, so we'll get a face-off down inside the FAU zone.
And this is really what CHS hockey and Division II hockey and club hockey is all about. These teams love playing, and they love playing each other. There's a lot of hatred here, but they love playing each other. The Dogs getting at Israel, and we've seen multiple discussions here, Goldberg and Bigda discussing, as they'll laugh it off. But these teams really are having a good time and really don't like each other and have been jabbing all game.
So face off at center following the hand pass. And it's won by the Owls. Gannon with it. He tries to get it down out to Bigda, but it's gloved down at center by Israel. Taken away by Mazzaros at center. And he'll push it down into the Owls zone. Israel with it, looking up ice.
And a score update in the other game. Florida has just scored to make it 3-2.
Here's a shot from the outside, goes in behind the net. Kept in at the line, though. Fired around the boards. Punzenberger there battling Israel for it. Puck just leaves the zone. Mazzaros trying to skate onto it with speed. Able to kick it down into the FAU zone. Greenberg getting started out of his own end. With speed through center, plays it across to his winger. Nice move there, but he's stood up by Gannon. That was Cotter. As this puck leaves the zone, no icing. As Goldberg tried to play it. Now we're in on the forecheck. Macavina steps away from him. Played across to his partner. Back to Macavina. 13 minutes left to go in the third period. Georgia leads FAU by 3. In hard on the forecheck is Baraldi. He gets the puck, stops up on the half wall, plays it back down in the corner. Centering pass looking for Baraldi. Taken away by Whitwer. Shot saved by Testino on the turnaround chance from Ziemba. Baraldi in behind the net, trying to move around Spicer. Centering pass kicked away by Martin.
That was a great centering pass, but no one out in front found its way cleanly through. Could have been dangerous.
Nice move at the blue line. Here comes Bono down the right wing side. Steps around Hagen. Hagen able to reach back and get that puck, though, as Parente helps him out. Trying to get it out to center, but that one skipped up into the Georgia bench. So we'll get a whistle and likely a face-off inside, just outside the Georgia zone, probably.
The Ice Dogs are now up 3, and the message, I'm sure, going into this period was no stupid penalties. And now they have committed to that, and they've gone 8 minutes without a penalty, something unheard of, at least in this game for the Ice Dogs. So great job if they're following that plan.
Face-off won by the Owls, quickly fired back in behind Testino. Martin with it, plays it up the boards, Parente. Adler on the breakout, able to kick that one in deep, no icing. Played off the boards, Adler first man to it after McNellis played it. Macavina plays it back, Conway in on the forecheck. As it's not able to be held in by the Dogs. Jones trying to get it out past the red line. Parente able to chip it in deeper, though. Adler into the corner. Centering it, no one there. And McNellis will hold on to that one. Parente with a little extra chop there. Macavina with some words for him.
And our other game, the number 3 seed Alabama versus the number 6 seed Florida, has officially ended. I believe Florida scored when they pulled their goalie, but unable to come back from the 2-goal deficit. That means that whatever team wins tonight, whether it's FAU or Georgia, will play Tampa in the semifinals.
Strauss able to hold the line, fires it in deep. Punzenberger there. He'll play it back down, looking for Bigda. It goes straight up. Puck bouncing around somewhere in the corner there. Georgia content to kill some time off the clock here. As the puck's still down there, Israel finally comes away with it, and the Owls will skate up ice. Israel through center, plays it across to Friedman. Strauss able to hold the line, though, and he'll chop it back out to center. Israel gets control again, off the boards. But Poole gets it right back. Bigda able to punch it back out to center ice. Punzenberger looking to feed it around Israel for Mazzaros, but he fanned on the pass, so he's forced to dump it in. Puck kept in at the line there by Strauss. This one floated out to center ice. Davidson, nice move there for the Owls. Davidson cutting in, walking into the slot. His shot, toe save by Testino. Against the grain, nice shot by Davidson. Owls regain control. Looking for the centering pass, goes off the foot of Bigda. Punzenberger corrals it, and he'll skate it down the right wing and just float it down into the opposite corner. Ice Dawgs in the middle of a change. Eberle there chasing. Puck in behind the FAU goal. Played up the boards. Israel with it. He'll sky it, but it goes up into the low rafters here. So we'll get a whistle and a face-off to the left of McNellis.
Another thing about Israel is we've talked about his size, his speed, his ability to shoot the puck and pass it. I don't know if I've ever seen a player play more on the rink than Israel. It seems like he's always out there. I don't know when he gets a break. It doesn't seem like he gets one often.
Face-off won by Georgia. Gannon corrals it at the point. His shot blockered away by McNellis. And glove down. Goldberg skates it down the right wing side now. Trying to play it in the opposite corner, but Gannon takes that one away. Gutman stops at his own blue line. Nice move to get away from the four checkers. Burnett looking up ice. He'll fire it across for Crawford. Here's a chance. Crawford has Eberle. Trying to play it across. Good defensive play there by Campagna. And he goes down hard and awkwardly. And we'll get a whistle here.
Yeah, they're going to blow this dead because I believe this is a head injury. We're not going to show it. We hope he's okay. I believe it's when they both went down to the ice. He either hit his head on the ice, or I believe in a more like
holding his leg, his hip, his knee maybe.
That also looks like the case. I thought maybe he got a stick in the face.
I think he got tangled up.
He is holding his hamstring now.
And you hate to see that. Those are always rough injuries.
The medical staff is out to help.
So we'll step aside for a second here while they tend to the injured FAU player. So the injured player was Campagna. He's putting no weight on his right leg right now, being helped off the ice by two of his teammates. He will be heading to the locker room with the training staff.
It does look like some sort of a leg injury. We never want to speculate. But when you go down like that, hyperextensions do happen quite often. We hope it's just a pulled hammy that hurts really bad right now, but will subside over time. course, Campagna has spent a lot of time on the other side of Israel, being the other defender. We'll see how that plays out. Now, with Alabama's win, these teams, whoever wins, will play Tampa. Tampa undefeated on the season.
FAU trying to get something going here halfway through this third period. Georgia leads 5-2, 3-goal lead with 10 minutes left to go here in the third. That one's dropped off at the side of the goal, but it's taken away by Eberle. Fired cross ice. Here comes Gutman down the right wing. He'll stop up and just dump it in and take a check there from Randall. Extra contact there at center ice between Gutman and Randall, and we got a penalty coming up here. It's going to be on Gutman.
Strange that it's on Gutman. I can see the original call, but the FAU player took his stick and used it.
Here's a centering pass, just goes wide off the deflection. Georgia yet to touch up on the delayed penalty. Good opportunity here for FAU to regroup and get something going.
Very surprised that FAU not also facing a penalty for that equipment interference.
Friedman through center ice, cutting to the net. Nice save there, Testino. Rebound, save, Testino. And he'll freeze that one.
Great chance by FAU there with the 6-on-5. They get a good shot, and Testino with a better save. That save is so important because we saw it earlier that if they score there, they still have the power play, and then they could easily put another one on the board. So the Ice Dawgs are going to be extremely happy there with Testino's save, as now the 5-on-4 will begin for the FAU Owls.
So Trevor Gutman in the box, 2 minutes for roughing. FAU gets their 8th chance on the power play tonight. They are 25%.
Israel unable to keep it in. Got a lot of lip from the Georgia bench.
25% on the night is not so bad. But when that's your only scoring opportunities, you need to convert on them more. FAU certainly frustrated with their performance on the man advantage tonight. Georgia giving them way too many opportunities for them to only have 2 goals. Nice move by Israel at the blue line, but it's broken up that time by Maurer and cleared.
Yeah, I mean, a 25% is probably around average, but when you've had this many chances approaching 10, that's certainly not what you want.
Across to Davidson down the right wing side. He'll walk it down into the corner. Sticked on by Martin. Kept by Davidson, but he lost control. Here's a foot race. Conway racing for it with Friedman. Good hustle there on the PK. Conway comes up with it. His shot just goes over the net. A good chance shorthanded for Declan Conway. He's got a goal already tonight, and this one will be offsides. And the Georgia bench will let Israel hear it.
I believe the offsides was on Israel, so he gets more lip. I have to wonder what the animosity is there. Israel is, of course, a great player, so that could be it. Multiple what are you doings to Israel. .51 seconds left in this power play.
Face-off won by the Owls. Israel gets it inside his own blue line. Plays it across to his partner. Over to Friedman. He'll elect to dump it in. Testino stops it up behind his net for Strauss. In on that quick was Beraldi. Puck pinned at the blue line, but held in by the Owls. Beraldi in there first. Poole takes him into the boards. Bono in to help out. Bono around the opposite side. Passes it off to Israel. Israel over to Friedman. Back over to Israel. Walking in. Shot blocked by Strauss. Israel regains control. Walks the line. Plays it down low. Backdoor chance. Save. Testino. Rebound bouncing around in front. It's still loose. Here's another shot. Save. Testino still loose. And it's blocked again by Poole. With 1 second left on the penalty, we are back at even strength. There's another save. Testino as he flashes the leather.
Testine goat for the Ice Dawgs. Amazing saves there, stays composed as the puck is bouncing around in front, lets nothing by him, and then just flashes the leather with an amazing glove save there. An absolute clinic being put on by Testino right now, who has faced 37 shots and only let up 2 goals.
Face off to the left of Testino, won cleanly by the Owls. Brockett with a shot, save, Testino, rebound, they score! The announcer's curse. As we were just saying how Testino's been excellent. FAU pulls within 2.
And that is what happens in announcer's curse, but mostly on the rest of the Ice Dawgs 5, as they have been unable really to help Testino out in the past 2 minutes. Not completely on Testino, as he makes a good kick save there, allows a rebound, and then a good shot by the FAU Owls to put it in the top of the net.
So
But
it was DJ Randall with the goal to pull his team within 2 here with 6.5 minutes left to go in the third period. Another loose puck, they score!
wow, oh wow.
We've got a game, folks.
Another rebound let up, and it just is barely touched by an FAU Owl and finds the back of the net. The Owls are screaming comeback time, and the Ice Dawgs are screaming, oh no.
It looks like it was Randall once again picking up the loose change. Down low, another garbage goal within 15 seconds of each other, and it's a 1-goal game.
A 1-goal game with 6 minutes left. It's anyone's game to move on to the semifinals and face Tampa.
Puck out at center ice. Greenberg floats it down in. FAU with lots of life now following 2 quick goals. Georgia reeling as the Owls regain control. Punzenberger gets it though, and he'll skate it out to center ice. Played off the boards and down in behind the net. Baraldi chopped it back for his partner. Played back across, Greenberg with it now. Brockett out to center ice, Baraldi steps away from Bigda. Over to Greenberg. The Owls looking to get something going through center here as Bono carries it over the blue line. Hagen and Bigda down there. Bigda first man to the puck. Played up to the point, though. Intercepted by Punzenberger to break that play up. Good defensive play there. Punzenberger skates it in across the blue line, trying to play it across for Mazzaros. Mazzaros in deep. He'll pin it down there, trying to kill some time off the clock here. Israel digs it out. Martin able to hold the point, though. He'll chop it right back in. Mazzaros in the corner. 5 minutes left to go in the game. Battling with Baraldi now is Mazzaros. Trying to clear it, but it's kept in by Parente. Looking for Mazzaros down low. But the rolling puck fanned on the shot. Kept in, though, by Punzenberger. The Dogs in the midst of a change. Parente trying to hold it in. And he can't as Israel finds center ice with it. Conway on the back check, though, regains the control. Conway looking for the stretch pass. Turns it over at center ice. Here comes Israel back the other way. Israel with a shot turned away. Testino sticks that one away. That puck took a weird bounce off the stanchion on the clearing attempt. Finds its way to center ice. Davidson steps around Adler. Poole gets the pass, though, as this one comes out to center ice. Adler with a chance here. Passes across for Parente. He had him on a break, but he passed it way up in the shoulders. Dogs in on the forecheck. 4 minutes left in the game. Georgia trying to just hem the puck in deep. Lots of momentum here for Florida Atlantic. Adler with it. Drops it off for Conway. Conway in alone against 2. Steps around Macavina, but he loses control of it. And Friedman takes it on the back check. Strauss chops it away from Doherty. Friedman gets it back. Steps around Strauss. Nice move, but they're going to call a penalty here on Strauss. They're going to call a hold.
Well, hold on. Strauss will now allow the FAU Owls to go on the power play and potentially tie up this game. As the ref skates over and tells the Dogs to stop talking.
So 3:36 left in the third period. Georgia up by 1. And we got a timeout here, FAU, ahead of what could be the biggest point of this game.
For sure, and I mean, the timeout is a great one by FAU. FAU with a good timeout here. They're going to draw up a plan and a power play opportunity to try and get the puck in the back of the net. Georgia, of course, is going to try and kill it off. Strauss, one of the usual penalty killers. So they'll have to look to replace him, as we'll take a step away for the rest of the timeout.
So here we go, 3:36 left in the game. Alex Strauss in the box for Georgia. The 9th power play of the night for FAU. 2 power play goals, 2 very quick goals, pulled them within 1. Winner stays alive here in the playoffs as FAU wins the faceoff. Israel plays it back to Friedman. Return to Israel. Playing catch with it. Israel with control. Plays it back to Friedman. Return to Israel. Friedman with it. Plays it down low for Davidson. Back to Friedman on the point. Over to Israel. He shoots one. Save Testino. Puck loose. Rebound. Save. And Testino covers it. Referee might have lost sight of that one. Testino says he had control.
Testino with a good cover. He's got to try and glove these or at least stick them away, blocker them away, because he's now allowed 3 juicy rebounds right in front of the net. The last 2 were put in. He's been amazing so far tonight on the original save, and it's a lot to ask for these high-powered shots to try and turn them away. But if he wants to keep the Dogs in the lead, he will need to do that. Now, while this game is 5-4, the overtime rules are 5-on-5 for 20 minutes.
Face off one again by the Owls. Israel walks the line. Looking for a better angle. Plays it over to Friedman. His shot saved. Testino rebound still loose. Cleared to the corner. Up top, Friedman with it once again. Over to Israel. Return to Friedman. Back to the point. Israel with it. Down low. Davidson looking for a shot. Pass was in his feet, so he'll play it down in the corner. Turnaround chance, looking for the backdoor pass, as Doherty took a heavy hit in the corner. And this one will be cleared by Maurer with 1 minute left to go on the power play for FAU. 2.5 minutes in the game.
Georgia with the quick line change to get some new skaters and defenders out there.
Good kill here from Mazzaros, trying to hem it in deep. But Israel keeps it out. He'll skate it through center ice. Israel down the right wing. Stops up on the half wall. Plays it back to the point. Friedman with it. Back to Israel. Down low. Davidson looking for a shot. Good stick there by Mazzaros. Puck still down low. Another good stick there from Martin. Davidson still with control. Back up top for Israel. Over to Friedman with a shot. Saved by Testino. Played down in the corner. Mazzaros up to the point. He's able to chop it out. Foot race with Israel. Mazzaros and Israel. Mazzaros able to get to it. He's got Conway with him, but he plays it back. Bad play. Goldberg gets control of it. As 2 seconds left on the penalty, we're back to even strength. The Dogs successfully kill. Here comes Bigda on a breakaway. Bigda walking in, all alone. He shoots. Saved by
McNellis, another chance.
Another chance, save. Just over the goal. Might have gotten a piece of McNellis.
Bigda hits the post, and then McNellis gets a piece of that, and I believe it hit the post again.
Two quick chances on the breakaways from the Dogs.
1 minute left. FAU's going to have to hurry and put a point on the board if they want to stay alive.
Keep an eye on McNellis. Good play there from Eberle, trying to keep it in.
The Dogs are going to look to keep the puck and keep on the forecheck. If they can keep it a 5-on-5 and not let McNellis out of there, they're going to try and do it.
4 guys back for Georgia. Playing very defensively. There goes McNellis, so we'll have 6-on-5. And they're just offside. Shot after the whistle. And Testino takes exception to that one.
And we'll look to see if McNellis skates back out there.
So we got timeout, Georgia.
Timeout, Georgia. This is going to be purely for some defensive planning. They're going to want to set up some sort of box, and they're going to just make sure everyone says, hey, no matter what, unless it means the game, don't commit a penalty. Don't give them a 5-on-4 or a 5-on-3. And Georgia is going to try and set up a defensive formation here. With 46.4 seconds on the clock, Georgia is up 5-4. We had an incredibly exciting ending to the Auburn-USC game. It looks like it's going to be another good one here, as the Dogs look to close out and the FAU Owls look to force overtime. We'll take a break for the rest of this timeout.
"46 seconds is all that separates Florida Atlantic from being eliminated from playoff contention. They need a goal desperately. Empty net, 6-on-5. Georgia trying to stay alive in this rematch of last year's CHS Championship final as the puck is in deep. This one kept in by Brockett. Looking on the back door. Davidson with a shot blocked by Poole. Punzenberger trying to skate it out. Mazzaro's able to lift it out. High stick. And it's played. This one will be a face-off down inside the FAU zone.
And now you have to think McNellis might trot back out here. Smart play by the Dogs. They see the high stick. They don't touch the puck. The refs are making an incorrect call here and dropping it at center ice. It should be a face-off in the FAU zone.
Face-off won by FAU, fired down in behind Testino. 23 seconds left in the game. Gannon rims it around the boards, held by Davidson. Punzenberger takes it to the wall. He takes a check. Israel trying to turn around shot. Punzenberger gets it back, though. Trying to fire it out. Mazzaro's digging for it to keep it out. Brockett fires it in just wide of the goal. Gannon off the glass, trying to get it out. Took a weird bounce. Bigda diving, 5 seconds. Kept out. Mazzaro's falls down.
1.
Bigda clears. That's it. Georgia wins.
What an exciting finish to this game. These teams did not like each other throughout the game. The Ice Dawgs with a demanding lead in the third period, a commanding lead. FAU storms back and just falls slightly short. FAU yelling at Georgia to keep a classy example. These teams, like we said, don't really like each other, but they'll line up and handshake after a great game from both teams where they appreciate each other, as club hockey is a privilege, and they enjoyed playing each other tonight.
So thank you for joining us tonight for this excellent matchup between two very strong teams. Georgia will move on to play the University of Tampa Spartans, a very strong team in their own right. Stick around for our 3 stars of the game.
Player of the match, Florida Atlantic University. Number 98, Douglas Randolph. Player of the match, University of Georgia. Number 10, Leighton Poole.
So the player of the matches for each team were DJ Randall for the FAU Owls and Leighton Poole for the Ice Dawgs. Our 3 stars are going to be DJ Randall at 3. 2 goals, those 2 final goals for FAU really put them in the position to come back. Then the Ice Dawgs' Ryan Testino was solid all game, letting up 4 goals on 44 shots, but those 2 goals at the end tick him down a bit, even though he played amazing with that initial save. And then finally was the man of the match for the UGA Ice Dawgs is Leighton Poole. Amazing on the defensive end and had a goal and was really an offensive presence as well. A great job by both teams here, the number 4 versus number 5 seed. Number 5, UGA, will move on to play Tampa, while number 4, FAU, will play in the 5th place game against Florida. An interesting matchup there, Torin.
So like you just said, Joe, FAU officially eliminated from playoff contention. They will not be competing for the championship. Georgia will look to keep their hopes alive tomorrow against University of Tampa. Thank you for joining us tonight here on the UGA Hockey YouTube channel. I've been Torin Smith for Joe Kopshow. We'll see you next time.